on the other side of Mass either. So.
Exactly. So it's like, and it's so far too. It's like a 9 hour drive. A
Oh, is it
nine
really?
hour drive from Panama City all the way to Miami and back. Yeah, it's a good 9 hour drive. It's a long, long, straight, boring ass drive.
Wow. I mean, it only takes me like maybe less than a day to get there driving from here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm surprised it takes that long when you live there. That's
So
crazy.
long. It's so long. Even if you take you can take the interstate and whatnot, and you can do the Sun Pass or whatever, and the toll road. If you take the toll road, I think you get there a little bit quicker, but not by much, maybe a half an hour, 40 minutes. But
That's
yeah,
not
you're just
insane.
speeding. You're just speeding so fast though. I think it's like 85 or something you can go. So everyone's like going super fast. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I usually drive
yeah,
85 anyways.
right. But like, okay, most people are going 90 then. Like it's insane. Just really fast. It's just like it's so different because in Colorado it's just like up and down all the time. And it just sucks if you have manual because there's so many hills. Then you go down to
Yeah, that's
Florida and
true.
it's just all flat. And like it's great weather pretty much year round. And everyone's just driving like maniacs, with their heads cut off. But it's crazy. Yeah, that's why the cops are so insane down here too. Cops have been super chill up here. I'm just interested like how other police police their own states because every state's different, like every different like little local government. So it's always
Yeah,
interesting to
it
see.
definitely depends on if your state is red or blue for sure these days.
Yeah, politically for sure, but then I think also population wise, like it can be also reduced. Well, it depends how many people live in the city, but yeah, if it's more of a suburb or rural town, it's a bigger city. But I've always found bigger cities are just more corrupt. I don't know. There's a pattern, Sal, and I feel like the smaller the city, the less corrupt it becomes, and
Yeah,
then the
because
bigger.
everybody knows everybody and they're paying attention.
Is that it?
Well, I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind. In a big city, you don't really know everybody. So,
This is true. This is true. All right. All right. That makes sense too. That makes sense too. Anyway, I'm feeling good, fam. A little sore, but we're hanging in there. It's Music Mondays. We got I Am Thanos up here. Thanos, what's going on, fam? GM, happy Monday.
Man, GM for sure, man. Like, yeah, it's my bad. Running in here a few minutes late. Man, I had sheesh, man. I think I went to sleep like 2:33 in the morning. I got up at like 5. Had to take my brother to work. Had to take my uncle, pick my uncle up from work at 7. So like, by the time I dropped him off, I didn't had no time to go back to sleep, man. Because you got to get right back up, and then pick my son up right after that. So like, yeah, I was really on my, I was really on my daily duties, man. Like they hit me with the triple whammy this morning, man. So I was kind of like knocked out, man. I don't know, my body physically just woke me up at 12:05, bro. Like you know what I mean. I meant to set my alarm and everything, but my bad. But yeah, we here, man. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, man. We're just starting up the space. I'm moving a little slower this morning than usual as well, fam. Just due to the strenuous activity I decided to do yesterday for about 9.5 hours. Yeah, it was about that. 9.5 hours of torture. But you know what, fam? It definitely built some character, and I'm excited to do it again. I might do it next year. Who knows? I want a quicker time, obviously. So yeah, it would be like a performance thing. So yeah, I wouldn't just do it to do it. I'd do it to become better.
yeah, I mean, at this point, if you go back to do it again, you're just doing it to do it. That would be insane.
I just love torture. I love pain. Who doesn't, right? Freaking, I love pain. Bring it on, fam. Anyway, so I wanted to introduce our. We got a new speaker here, Shiny, to the stage. What's going on, Shiny? GM. Happy Music Monday. What's going on, Shiny?
Shiny.
I know you're there. He's like switching phones or whatever. He's got like 10 of them.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to. I'm trying. Sorry. I'm kind of like multitasking. So my phone went off. Like the face went off. I'm trying to like open it so fast. Hey, hey, hey! Hi, Sal. Hi, Crypto Farm Radio. Did you join Moon Queen? Our special guest for today, IAMTHANOS. Big shout out to you. Though we're going to get another IAMTHANOS amazing music. Best rapper in the space. Nobody can actually drag it with him. Big shout out to you. Happy to be here today. And yes, I have a lot of questions. So be ready. Be ready. Thank you very much for always hosting the space, Crypto Farm Radio. And let's get this started. Like I rated the space if you haven't, or else I'm going to pour you speeds big time. So go and like and rated the space. Tag 3 friends to the space. Tag 5 ladies, 5 guys. Tag your homies. Tag your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your ex, everybody. Tag them in. Share them to the groups. And yes, let's get it started. Passing the mic back to you, Crypto Farm Radio.
Wow, thank you so much, Shiny. Yeah, that's in order. That's in order. Happy Monday. Always nice to see you, Shiny. Appreciate you rolling in, supporting Crypto Fam Radio. We got a nice big room already in this space. Make sure you keep sharing, tagging friends, and Shiny saying. And then Thanos wanted to tap in with you real quick. If you got that live stream link, so I can get you on the stream as well, and we can get started. Post it up on the Jumbotron fam, doing a live stream with Thanos, as well as Spaces. So we're also on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, we're live streaming there as well. So I'm really excited. You know, we're doing more live streams, which I think is a really great way to build credibility in the space. It's a great way to just get a different, perspective on the artist themselves and body language, and just like, people love faces, right? Like I've doxed myself plenty of times. I really don't care how many times you see my face. I need to be posting more selfies though, Sal. I'm really bad at that. I know I'm really good looking. I just, I just can't find the time. How are you able, like most of these girls, they post selfies like 2 or 3 times a day. How do you guys fit that into your
Um,
routine? Like I
hold on a
can't.
second. Most of these girls, maybe. I don't. I haven't even posted anything like that, and I don't even know how long. I don't know how they find the time because me, it takes me about 2 hours just to be happy with one picture. So yeah,
All right,
not all of
all
us
right.
girls do that.
My bad, my bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you in a box. So I know everyone's different. Everyone's special. Everyone's special. All right. I got you. I got you. But I know Thanos, he's queuing up a track for us right now, fam. I know it's Music Mondays. We got to start playing the music. So Thanos is gonna boot us up one of his latest tracks. You pick Thanos. Surprise us, fam. We are DigiBeat sponsored space as well. Thanos is a DigiBeats artist, which is super, super special. So, Thanos, you're more than happy to pin anything up on the Jumbotron about some of your latest tracks and what you have on for music NFTs, and what you will be releasing in the future as well. And just, yeah, it's gonna be a good interview. So I'm excited. Take it away, Thanos. Appreciate you being here
I,
again, fam.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Give me like 2 seconds to.
Yeah, man. Oh, you
I
gotta
guess
prep.
I have to leave
You
here.
gotta. All right.
No, I was saying I think I gotta leave. I'm gonna have to leave here to go on that. Cause I'm just seeing that
Mm.
link, man. I had to check. I didn't even know. I forgot all about it, man. But yeah,
No, you're good, man.
yeah. Just give me a second to get in. So
You're good.
I mean, I'm gonna leave here and go on the live stream, join you from the live stream. That's what I'm gonna do.
I think you could
Right?
do both. You could do both if you want.
You think so?
I think so, man. Do you gotta, are
I
you
mean,
next to a computer? Are you next to a computer?
yeah, I'm on the computer. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
computer.
And then are you on your phone in spaces as well?
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. Yeah. So with the audio, how it works is I have to mute myself. So because it's double audio. like the spaces are going on the live stream as well. So the audio is picking up from spaces. So yeah, all we need is the video portion of the live stream. So yeah, if you just click on the link that I sent you in the DMs through your computer, through X, it'll
Yeah.
take you to the studio and it's already set up and everything. It's really cool. It's like a Zoom call.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try to. Let me.
All right, all
Yeah.
right.
Give me like
Yeah, no, you
2
can
minutes
figure
to
that
get it
out.
right.
And in the meantime, you could throw on a
What
track or
platforms
something.
do you use, do?
Restream. Yeah, it's super easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that other one, Yardbird or whatever.
Bet that. You said what? You said you want me to spend something
Yeah.
doing that?
Spin us a track, fam. That would be amazing. We need some music in the house. Retweet the space fam. This is Music Mondays. Crypto Fam Radio. Your host Mountain Dew. I got my co-host here, Sal. We got Thanos here as our guest for today. Gonna be giving away some coins as well. So I'll be looking, fam, checking everyone out, see who's retweeting and liking, doing all the things.
I bet that, man. Let's get into it, man. While I pull this joint up, man.
That's right. Let's get into
Let's
this.
go.
Let's go.
Since since this a DigiBeat sponsored joint, man, we gotta set it off with something that's off that DigiBeat lineup, man. Shout out to those guys. I see them in the building. Digi was in here. I see Moon Queen in here. Shout out to her, man. Definitely a real one right there, man. Rock with Moon a lot, man. Got mad love for her. Let's go, man. You already know, man. No plastic flowers. Yeah. And I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You touch AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps the return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Look, you too cool to be this tough, I mean for real. Just playing yourself, go against us, you better chill. The blockchain bully, the killer of the Bakersfield. Like you cross me, get crucified, like Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, today is the youngest you'll ever be. What you mean? Nicer than you are now when I was only 17. You know they using their AI and numbers lie, is that a thing? Hold up. Something ain't
Why
sound
did
right to
I
me.
start doing this?
No, hold on. Let me bring that back, because something ain't sound right on my... It sounded like one speaker was playing that. I gotta get that right. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. And I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You touch AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps the return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Look, you too cool to be this tough, I mean for real. Just playing yourself, go against us, you better chill. The blockchain bully, the killer of the Bakersfield. Like you cross me, get crucified, like Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, today is the youngest you'll ever be. What you mean? Nicer than you are now when I was only 17. You know they using their AI and numbers lie, is that a thing? Picture me try to slide at 45, get out the ring. Yeah, but no, I cannot groom my flow advance. Just smack with an open hand, long speech, just let me land. When I hear these artists today, I think cancer. You and don't speak much, Pink Panther. Yeah, you push me, and brothers ain't touching my cornbread. You glazing with Batman nuts on your forehead. You crazy. I'm checking what the scoreboard says. We winning, and y'all don't like that, so go ahead. I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You can't say GS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps, the returns, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. You too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The snaps, the returns, I'm doing what the song say. From competition to lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Look, you too content to be erratic, what you say. Can't stagnate us, we will not have that, we don't play. The beat angelic, the rhyme sinister. That boy always on time, he prime minister. What I administered witty lines through fine literature. Detaching human skull, shoulder blades and spine. Rip it up when I'm finna cut. Web 3, y'all all kicking dust. So what I'm putting down, I really hope that y'all pick it up. Yeah. need what you want. Paying my bills, smoking my roll it up. Perfecting my craft, making them bleed. What you say? Look, whole lot of fam, protect your seed. I'm like, say, you too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The steps to return, I'm doing what the song say. For competition, the lyrics, listen, I do this all day. You too cool for old school, you don't say. You test AGS, I think you went the wrong way. The steps to return, I'm doing what the song say. From competition, the lyrics, listen, I do this all day. Yeah, man, yeah. How it sound to y'all, man? I don't know, cause I still feel like something, like the wire is loose or something back here. The music came out clear. Y'all can hear it good.
I think I heard. Yeah, yeah. It was great. It was great. Well, Sal, Shiny music, was it good?
Oh, like it's so nice. And then Thanos have this kind of special voice when he's actually singing, and the way he pronounces word crypto farm radio, not like your cracky voice with crypto farm radio. So
Wait,
well
wait,
done,
wait.
Thanos.
What are you saying, Shiny? You saying
Yes,
you
I
don't
said
like
your
my
crack.
voice? You don't like my voice?
Now your voice is so cracky. See when he said crypto farm, I can't even. So I can't wait to hear. I don't even want to hear your voice at all. Crypto Farm Radio. I just want to be hearing Hamtana's music and then Sal voice here. Let's fucking
Wow.
go.
Wow. All right, fam. I'll make sure that I keep my questions short and sweet and Thanos' answers long-winded and yeah, amazing. So anyway, appreciate everyone rocking over here with Crypto Fam Radio. We're doing our Music Monday space again. Just a few updates before we get started with the interview and a few housekeeping rules. If you're going to be requesting the mic, please like and retweet the space and make sure you're following the host and co-host. Also, we do a Q&A time after the interview format. So we basically structure this space, the first 30 minutes, just updates, music, intro, building up the space. The next 45 to 50 minutes goes into the interview format where the host, the co-host, will be able to ask questions to Thanos during that portion. It's our time, which is amazing. I really like having that portion. I really enjoy crafting questions that enlighten the audience and also give valuable information, educates, but also inspires, who knows, the next Web3 artist, right? So, and then after that, the last half an hour of the space or so, we usually open it up for Q&A for the audience. So if you have a question, you can put it in the comments as well if you're too shy to request for the mic. But yeah, you can request for the mic. We'll bring you up and you can ask your question. So that's basically how the space is going to work today. Runs for about 2 hours ish, give or take. And Thanos, really appreciate you coming to the space as well. I'm looking on the live stream. I don't see your request yet. Do I need to resend the link, fam?
Oh no, I'm just getting on it now,
Okay,
man.
all right. If you want to put
I had to
on,
go
if
through.
you want to put on another track real quick, I'm down. Cause we know.
Yeah, I had to log in.
Okay.
I had to log in to my
Mm,
email and all. I mean,
mm-hmm,
to Twitter to get access that link on the computer.
mm-hmm.
I just seen it on the phone, but yeah, give me 2
No, you're
seconds.
good, man. Yeah, and for those of you guys who don't know, we just came out with a new live space schedule, so it's up on the jumbotron. Feel free to rate it, fam. Would super appreciate it. We got a stacked week, as always. We have literally spaces every single day, Monday through Sunday. Well, we have one day off this week. That's cool. So,
So my question is this,
so
crypto is when I get on the live stream, how's the audio going to sound as far as music playing like when I'm on there? Like, is it still?
the music will just play through the space. So we're gonna hear
Okay.
everything in
Oh, so
spaces. So I've
use
muted.
my phone for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Use
exactly.
my phone for
Yes,
that.
you
Okay, I got
got
you. I
it,
got you.
man. You got it.
All
Too
right.
easy. I
Now I
got
see
you,
what we
man.
doing. I
I
see what we
got you.
doing. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all got part, man.
No, you're good.
It's like
You're good.
it's still Monday
It's
morning to me, man. It
early.
ain't even noon
It's
yet for me,
early,
boy.
man. I hear you. I hear you. It happens. But no, it's a
We
beautiful
here though.
Monday, though. It really is. I'm really thankful to be here. very blessed, very grateful. So it's a bit of an overcast day over here in Colorado right now, but it's not too bad, about 60, 62 Fahrenheit. So I can't complain. The weather is pretty nice and warm, so can't complain. But but yeah, Thanos, if we can slap on another track, I'll keep going for the stream here, looking for you. And as soon as you're signed in, we can start the interview. I'm pretty excited about that. So I think it'll be great getting to know you a bit more on a deeper level. A lot of people, we hear surface level stuff in spaces a lot, so it doesn't really, doesn't really give that value, I feel. But when you share your story, your life story with someone, you hit certain touch points, right? Certain patterns within your life. And I think in a lot of ways, it helps you self-reflect of how far that you've come, as an artist, as a musician, as a person, as an individual. So yeah, no, it's cool that you're here. I'm really honored. So thank you. Thank you again. We're almost there, fam. Almost there. You got it, Thanos?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sitting here
All right.
getting this,
All
getting
good.
this. I put the webcam on because
Mm.
my computer webcam is terrible, man. It's like old school, so I had to plug my joint in. My bad.
You be pixelated Thanos. It's all good, man. Pixel art is in right now. So, all right.
Getting this. Oh shit.
Oh, snap. There you go. All right. I got you, fam. All right. We got Thanos on the live stream. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put you on mute, Thanos. There we go. So we got audio just coming from spaces, right? Is that correct? Okay. Just wanted to test that sound real
All right.
quick.
So what I'm saying
Mm,
is, I'm hearing. That's the thing, as I'm hearing the space in here. So
okay. On the
that's you
on
with
the
the blue. That's you
PC,
with the
you say
blue.
you're hearing the
Oh
space
yeah,
on the
that's you.
PC.
Uh-huh.
All right, you can mute the X. You can mute the browser, the website X, and if you mute that, you should you shouldn't be able to hear me twice.
So I need to be listening from the live stream and not X.
You need to be listening to Spaces on Spaces.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just
Just
mute
mute
the.
the live stream. Yeah, just mute the live stream.
There you go.
You
Yeah, I did
got
that,
it,
man.
man. Dude, you're back. Dude, welcome. It's good to see you.
What's good, man?
Good,
What's good?
man.
Yo, fan radio. What's
What's
good,
up?
man? We
What's
here.
up? We here. We chilling. Appreciate everyone showing up on the live stream as well. I see we got how many people we got on the live stream already? We got like 50 people or so. Almost 50 people. Thanos, we haven't even started yet. Isn't that amazing? Dude, congrats. Like
What's
we
up,
got
man?
people.
Salute,
We
man.
got
These the early bird gets the worm, man. Shout out to my peoples.
there you go. There you go. Anyway, so let's get started, fam. Yeah, let's just get started with your career, bro. Like, how did you get to where you are today? Just not as a musician, but also in Web3. And we can break that down a little bit. Let's break it down of like how you first started getting into music, I guess, and then we'll kind of build from there, I guess, because I feel like music is kind of what ties everything together in your life, right? Like without music, there wouldn't be
Oh
Thanos.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, let's start with
Yeah,
the music, bro. Start
right,
with the
right.
music. So I'll take it away.
As far as like me getting into it, I don't know, man. I think my story was always been just a music lover, man. Before I was really fully introduced to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that my pops bought me some turntables. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my first records being Fuji's Nappy Heads, Gangstar's Mass Appeal, and something I can't remember that third record. But these were yeah, fucking Mad Lion and KRS-One D&D All Stars. So these were the three records that I had. I had no other records for like the whole rest of the summer, and I would just like just sit there and just keep playing them, and I just started just falling in love with this sound called hip hop. And then I want to say I was a big avid fan of Onyx. I was a Mad Face Invasion, the Bald Headed Nation. Onyx was like just the dopest, combining a hybrid of like rock and rap. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was really dope. I was a big fan of Onyx, man. And then one day, my cousin comes in one day, and I'm sitting there listening to Back the Fuck Up LP, right? I mean, for lack of better words, that's the name of the album. Um, he come in like, yo, man, yo, you still listen to that? Man, I know some dudes that killed them in the battle. And I'm like, bro, ain't nobody kill no damn Onyx, bro. What you talking about? And he like, play this. And he gave me this tape. I put it in. I press play. I heard don't don't. That's when I was introduced to the Wu Tang Clan, man. Wu Tang Clan. When I heard that, bro, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to do this right here. What these guys is doing. This shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it was that, man. It was that kind of sparked me up to like, give me a composition book, prepare my first rhymes. You know what I'm saying? This is, before Thanos, under a different moniker, of course. Um, I started writing my first rhymes, man, and I didn't know like if I was good or not until I like memorized one of the first rhymes, and I had rapped it for like my friends, man, in my neighborhood, man, guys in my circle, man, and how they reacted to it, man. The high that I got from that was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I see you muted my mic on the screen. Thank you. I thought me turning it down would work, but yeah, yeah, man. It was just after that, man. It was kind of lit for me after that, man. I kind of just started, craft, getting my craft together, honing my skills and all that, and finding out my strengths and weaknesses of it, and try to fix the weaknesses and balance that out for it. As far as me making music, yeah. I don't hear you if you're saying something.
My bad, my mic was on mute.
Ah,
All right.
gotcha,
I said,
gotcha.
it was funny because I was talking on the live stream, but it wasn't. All right, all
Mm.
right. Anyway, I was saying how old were you around this time when you first started
Um,
your musical journey and like playing these records and stuff and with your friends and all this? Was this like high school, like middle school, like?
Yeah, that's yeah, I'm about 16, 17. I'm actually like
Mm,
I thought about it the other day and I'm like, yo, I'm actually literally like uh this year, this I wanna say maybe a month or two, give or take a month or two. It's been 3 decades, man. It's been 30 years since that time.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta think of the time that Wu Tang came out. To today, they've been out 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's been 30 years, man. Like I definitely started out, going. I was in high school and stuff like that. Um, just figuring out,
Mm.
puberty, going through puberty and all that. You know what I mean? And finding out how good marijuana was to me, and you know what I'm saying? Just to be brutally
Uh,
honest, that's what it was
sure,
about for me. It was
that's
just
cool.
about hip hop and hip
Mm.
hop, women, and weed, man. Hip hop, women, and weed, man. That's all a 16-year-old needs. Okay.
Yeah, but you're not like 16 forever, right? Like
Nah,
you
for
kind
sure.
of get to
You
that
definitely go
stage
up.
where you level up, you go to the next chapter of your life. You're not stuck as 16-year-old, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah, it took a while, and I could tell, man. I could
Yeah,
tell
yeah. Mm,
the maturity
mm.
when I go back and I listen to like older things. I go reflect back 10, 20 years. I could hear the maturity level there as far as like I think my content. I was a real horn dog, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like a lot of my stuff was like real misogynistic
Mm.
content, mainly. Like it was all about it was all about having a good time, bro, and nothing else.
Yeah,
Like it's
just
what made me feel good. Yeah,
getting the women, getting the drinks, partying,
that groupie
having
love,
that
man,
type.
ain't nothing like it,
Yeah,
man. Ain't
yeah,
nothing like it,
yeah,
man.
yeah. All right. So, bring me up to speed. When did you like level up, or when did you start taking your music more seriously? When did you start? Because were you always like able to pursue your musical like journey, like, or did you have to like get a 9 to 5, build up, get gear, like how was the process of your, I guess, transformation
I
into,
mean,
a
the
professional
crazy
artist?
the crazy thing was, I felt like a long time for one. I was a teenage father, right? Running around doing what I was doing, but I feel like for a long time, I was so passionate about, yo, it's 98. We're going to get on. We're going to be a big thing. We're going to get this record deal. This is our year. 99. This is our year. I was real in heavy pursuit. I was a teenage father that wasn't really handling my responsibilities as a father. Wasn't ready for it. I was still chasing my dream. I was chasing my dream solely, not worried about. I'm not trying to work nowhere. I'm trying to be a rapper. That was the mind state, and I felt like, so I think maybe a year or two down the line of just like the highs and lows of the shit. I had to play catch up eventually. You know what I'm saying? So that did slow down the process of me creating and doing things that I needed to do as far as musically. You know what I mean? Because I was doing that already for a long time, like going out and like I said, honing my skills, man, talent shows, open mics, et cetera, et cetera. So like I think just down the line, like as I started getting older, started approaching my 20s, is when I was like, I was seeing that
Mm,
I didn't have all the things I needed to do to provide for my children. You know what I mean? So it was like I had to kind of like stop that. Then I started to kind of like pursue a regular job and do this thing on the side. Well, kept that thing going, but at the same time working and taking care and being reliable because I wasn't reliable. I felt to me that being a father, that I think it's like it's two kinds of parents. I feel like as far as like on this side of the tracks of what I've experienced in my relationships is that some mothers are more so like you need to spend time with your child, and then some
mm,
others are like I don't care if you spend time with your child. Where the money at? I need the money. You know what I mean? So I experienced both of those. Ironically, I experienced both of those
mm,
kinds of things, having multiple kids at an early
mhm,
age and them relationships not work. So it was
mm,
like, ultimately, like it still come down to like I can't. How can I spend time with my child if I don't have a roof over my head? Food
mm,
to provide for my child, transportation to and fro to get my child. So definitely, that was a major. These are necessities without children that a man needs, right? So that was just shit, man. For me, like I kind of like I balanced it out, but it was still like in my heart, man, in my heart of hearts, man. It felt like any job that I had, and I had some pretty dope jobs, but I feel like the most part, music always was like that thing that up in the studio. That was the only place I didn't look at the clock.
mm.
Any other job I had, bro, like I get in there minutes later, oh, it's
Mm,
1:10. I was
mhm,
112. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, I'm just so ready to get up out of here. When I was in that
mm.
studio, man, I sit there and, bro, it could be 12, 13 hours. Me and the producer sitting in there. You know what I mean? I got my bud, I got my food. I'm good. I don't, I want to just do this until it's complete. I want to
Mm.
get the objective complete. So, that was, I don't know if that answers your question about it, but.
Totally. No, no, no. I like the discipline, right? I
Mhm.
think it shows how disciplined you are, or you still are. You were back then. How that translated into becoming more professional in your early 20s. So,
It
I'm
grew me up, for
yeah, it
sure.
grew you up. Yeah. And I think being focused on a project is really important. It provides meaning, right? It provides purpose in someone's life if you have a passion. And if
Indeed.
you can take that passion, make it into a project, right? And then if you could take that project and promote it and sell it, right? And share it with the people that care the most about you and your music, and see how your audience builds from there. And I know a lot of musicians, they kind of struggle with that self promotion. And that kind of brings me to my next question. As you were, getting your feet wet, when you're getting out there, when you're working on your music and your grind, like that's part of the artist's job. But the other part is self promotion, right? Marketing,
Yes, sir.
So I'd love to hear more of like that side, how you handled that side initially, some of the pitfalls you learned early on as an artist of like what not to do, what to do. I think that would be really helpful, especially with up and coming musicians that want to learn more. So yeah,
Oh,
take it away.
so you're talking about as far as promotion, as far as
Yeah,
promotion.
yeah, just marketing yourself as an artist. Like, how has that been for you? What are some things, some pro, some do's, some not to do's, that sort of thing, like, because I feel like in marketing, it's a ever, transforming process, right? Like,
Mhm.
you don't market how you marketed initially when you first started as an artist, right? You're marketing differently now, right? Like you've grown your user
I
base,
mean,
you do
yeah,
things
internet,
differently. Yeah, with the
internet is,
internet, with
the internet
social
is here. It
media.
wasn't, we didn't have that back in the days.
Mm.
the hip
Right,
hop
even
culture.
before the internet. Yeah, yeah, take us back there.
Yeah, I'm
Before the
all yeah.
internet,
We
how
we
did you
going
do
to the
that? All
Stone
right.
Age, man.
Cool, cool. Early 90s, right? Early 90s.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
you
take it
got to
away.
think, well, mid '90s, late '90s, but still, like at that
Okay.
time, when we was finding out about like Biggie and Tupac, like we was finding out
Mm,
through Vibe magazine and Essence, right? We was finding out
mm,
that there was a West Coast East Coast thing. I think
mm,
perpetuated a lot of that, West Coast East Coast tension with the tabloids and the publications that was coming out at the time. So back then, I don't know what we had. We had like was MySpace out yet? I don't know. I think it was
I think
MySpace
it
and
was just starting, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
it was still they was doing
Yeah.
a thing, Reverb Nation. So these
Mm,
were things that was like the newer things for musicians, platforms for musicians to promote and do their thing. So um as far as promotion, to be brutally honest, man, I feel like that's still something that I can strengthen even
mm,
today. You know what I mean? So I know what goes into it. I really feel like, shout out to those that do invest into their promo, right? Like, I see even here on this X, like, if you could boost an account and put an X amount of money. Now, the end result of that, I think, is probably a good thing for you, right? Because it's going to bring notoriety. But I just never kind of grasped the idea of like pay for certain things. Like, that's one thing that I felt like, a lot of artists get taken advantage of is like we often being charged to be the show. You know what I mean? So
mm,
as far as promotion and marketing, definitely, I definitely I try to pick up what I see around me as far as with things that work, man.
mm,
I see Rocky doing well. I see, how he lines it up, what kind of moves he make to get this engagement, to get this awareness of his brand and what he got going on. I see what Digi and Moon do to promote their brand. You know what I mean? These are the things that I pick up. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to emulate, but just see why does it work. Anything that's dealing with me with things that I don't know or things that I'm weak in, I will definitely tap in and try to just figure it out, like why. For me, I'm a solutionist kind of person. Like
mm.
whatever the problem is, I try to think of what's the solution to it though, versus just focusing or pointing fingers at what the problem is. You started it. You started whatever. I try to focus in on how did that work? Why does it work? And once I figure that out, it helps me kind of navigate a lot better as far as me promoting me, and promoting the AGS as well. So I really don't know I don't know if I'm good at it, and I don't. I think the results of how successful I am at that determines that. And I still feel like whatever level of success people think I have here, I feel like I still have. I'm nowhere near where I want to be at with it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. That definitely makes sense, Thanos. Definitely appreciate the transparency as well.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
that's amazing. So, I'd love to hear more about your introduction into Web3 and how that's been going on, your Web3 journey. I know you're still kind of new to the space, new to crypto a little bit. So I'm curious
Two
as a
years.
musician, as an artist, what made you want to take that jump into crypto? And then what do you see crypto as, as a musician? And what do you like, what do you want to do, like in the space?
I just want to be great, man. Shout out to Shiny. One thing she just said, and I've heard this thing, right? I heard some people, not everybody, but
Mm.
some people do say these great things about me, right? Some people say, "Oh, he's the best rapper in Web3 and da da da," and he's a legend. I love it. Yeah, it's been 28 years before I got appeared here, right? So I
Mm,
definitely had my journey started before Web3. But
mm,
me getting to Web3, man, to be technically, I pulled up to Twitter Spaces for the battle rap part. I was getting on
mm.
YouTube. Yeah, man, I was getting on YouTube, and I kept seeing these things called Spaces. I'm like, what is this shit? I'm like, that should look kind of dope. I'm seeing all these people in the room,
Mm,
and I'm seeing like some of my favorite battlers in there talking on the mic and arguing with people about their next battles and ada ada. So I started any given Sundays on this
mm,
platform called Stereo, which
mm,
is it's a podcasting joint, like 6 8 speakers. It wasn't like as advanced as Spaces, even though we have our glitches here. But it was a dope thing. You got your avatar. You go into that app. You create an avatar, like a cartoon avatar of yourself or what you want to look like. And then when the ill thing about it was you get in there and when you talk on the mic, your avatar mouth moves in sync with your words. So it looks
What?
pretty dope. Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
That's
So yeah,
crazy.
man, it's pretty dope, man. Because I could use
Yeah.
some of that kind of animation for our battles, man. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I could find a way. But yeah, so I'm on that
Cool.
doing podcasting and stuff. And
Hmm.
we started doing battles on there, and then like I said, I started seeing the spaces, and I just felt like our audience wasn't there on that platform. We had a
Mm.
nice little people that a group of people that would pull up every Sunday, 30, maybe 40 at best, or people that just was like friends of ours, or some that did
Hmm.
love what we was doing, like just love battle rap, so they would pull up. And then I just kept seeing these spaces, man. And then I was like, yo, I was telling my guys like, yo, we need to go over to Twitter Space because like we need to cater to our demographic of people that want battle rap. A lot of these people are here to talk about politics, religion, and romance and shit.
Mm.
Why I hate these people and why I hate that. There was a lot of that going on there, so it wasn't really what we, I don't think it was the platform for what we was doing. So I, definitely brought AGS to Twitter Spaces, and I mean, for the most part, me as an individual, them battle rap spaces was cool, but I seen the difference between me and everybody else, man, and that's the one thing I gotta be honest about. It's just like my mentality is different than the average bear on in spaces, man. Like I feel like a lot of people have an agenda. A lot of people are
Mm.
trying, like these battle rappers that I'm coming across that 10, 20 years my junior. These guys are doing this because they want to get on URL. They want to be on King of the Dot. They want to be on these big leagues. Me, my desire is not the same for it. Because I've been doing that a long time, and it really, it gave me a local. I was a local celeb at the very best, you know what I mean? But it's not like, I didn't get to I felt like I was already behind doing the battle rap stuff. The battle rap thing is like I kind of, I was battle rapping, but it's different. Back in the days it was freestyle battle rap, similar to 8 Mile and things you see on 8 Mile. That's what I was doing. But this new age, this new era of battle rap, it's like a lot of things that I had to learn to get good at. So I use Twitter Space battle rap platforms to kind of hone in on them skills and kind of like develop those. I feel like for the most part I'm still learning. I'm still learning things that I could do to make my rhyming better, to make it more intricate,
Mm.
and things of that nature, right? So, but long story short, man, I pull up the Twitter Space joints. Had a few fallouts with some some platforms because it was just like a lot of, for lack of better words, man, there's a lot of kiss assing going on, a lot of shaming because, oh, we got views, you don't got views, who are
Mm.
you? And I'm just like, bro, like I don't care about that. Like I've been doing things before this. Like IAMTHANOS is a name that I just, is 2 years old itself. Or what, I wasn't always this before this. Rucker Ruckus, the artist Uncle Ruckus, or whatever you want to call him. I was smoking shit for years before I got to Twitter. But it seemed like, here's the reset. Artists don't know me. I have to earn their respect. Like they got to see, what I'm capable of doing first. I get it. So I did
Mm.
that. And then it ran its course. Um, as far as Web3, shout out to Axum. I know a lot of folks know Axum. Shout out to Crim. Those are the two guys I consider my mentors as far as Web3. The onboarding process of Iron Thanos being an artist on Web3 definitely has a lot to do with those two because they kind of pointed me in the right directions as far as like this is what this mean, this is what that mean, this is how you swap, this is how you know what I'm saying. These are good
Mm.
platforms to put an NFT on, try it out. It was, Axum mainly was the person that kind of told me one thing that I kind of stuck with, like out of all the information I got from him, was the one thing that he told me. He was like, because he seen me like kind of like trying to be a part of one community when I first got here. I'm not going to really drop names on that, but I was
Mm.
really interested in this one community when I first got here because they was like, "Yo, man, yeah, oh, we love your music, man. We love that Wu-Tang record. Yo,
Mm.
can you pull up to the show? We want to interview you. We want to, So like constantly, I was like, being invited to the spaces, and then my man, I don't know. Axum had said to me, he said, yo, man, like, you got to be careful with these things, man. He said, like, I really feel like you got enough going on where you could be your own community. That's what he said to me, bro. It kind of
Mm.
it resonated with me a bit,
Hmm.
but I'm like, I wasn't sure about that either. So like, I think organically, AGS just organically came together and became his own thing. It wasn't my intention, when I first got here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely, Thanos. That's good to know. It's just, I don't know. It's really interesting. How long have you said you've been into crypto? A year? 2 years?
Yeah, yeah, a little over a year. I want a year and
Okay.
a half. Year
Yeah,
and a
and
half.
it just takes time to learn it too. It's a process,
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
it's you can't learn it overnight. And every time you go to spaces, you try to learn things. Even from spaces, you jump on these different platforms, you try to
Right.
learn them, try to leverage them, right? Try to make some money. You end up losing money half the time.
Hey, indeed, bro.
I don't know, man. Crypto's wild west, man. It's very brave of you to get your feet wet in it, but it sounds like
And,
you've been
uh,
learning, so that's the
yeah,
important
man.
part.
Yeah, it took me. Yeah, I want to say, I
Mm,
definitely didn't rush it, bro. I definitely
yeah.
didn't rush it because it's like, for one, like I say it all the time. It's like my first introduction to cryptocurrency, the word and what it
Hmm.
was, and not Web3. I really heard about Web3 when I got on Twitter Space. I'd never even heard of that until I got into it. But
Mm.
as far as the crypto, like my first impression of it was not a positive one because it was like people, I'm on Instagram and like my favorite like
Hmm.
people that I know like in real life was DMing me talking about, hey Thanos, man, we got hit this link, man, to get you this cryptocurrency, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? Like, this ain't my ex girlfriend talking like this. You feel me? Like, so it was like it
Scammers,
was that.
man. They're trying to
Yeah,
drain your
bro. So
wallet. Trying to
they
drain
done
your
took the
wallet.
whole page and everything. I'm like, how'd you get her
Hmm.
page? Like, this shit is crazy. So, like, I was
Hmm.
very hesitant when I first got here, and I'm hearing the accent and these guys talk about Web3 this, Web3 that. But
Yeah.
then I just kept on finding, running into a lot of Web3 people that was cool as hell, and then I just started building a rapport with these people. And that, ultimately, once I figured out this, that, and the third, then I kind of, took it upon myself to try to drop something. Let me see
Mm.
how this works. I can't see by you just telling me. I have to be hands on with most of the things I do, trial and error and everything. Like I gotta just, okay, that didn't work. Okay, now I know don't do that. You know what I mean? I have to just go through it. You know what I mean? So that's
Mm.
that.
Yeah, man, you gotta go through it. It's the experience that you're gonna gain over time. There's life lessons that'll
Right.
transcend, and that's value that you can impart into others, people's lives, right? And you
Oh
can
yeah.
become mentor, the next generation of artists and so forth. So yeah, it's amazing, fam. It's amazing. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're at the top of the second hour here. We're ending the first, going into the second hour. Thanos, I know you're gonna throw another track on for us.
For
We haven't
sure.
heard any music in a while. I'd love to hear something for sure, fam. As we're kind of resetting the space here for the second hour. I'm going to have Sal and Shiny jump in and ask their questions. And then I may come back depending on how things go, what time it is. If we're running out of time, I'll just throw it to the audience. But I do appreciate your time, Thanos. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us and how you started with your music and crypto. I'm sure Shiny and Sal will have lots of follow-up questions for you after we get back from the music. So take it
Oh yeah,
away,
for sure.
Thanos.
This is my thing though. This is my thing.
Mm,
'Cause I'm thinking about it. Like I'm
mm,
playing.
yeah, yeah.
The live stream is on the computer,
Oh,
but
okay.
when I go play
Word.
this music,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's-
Like, can I mute this whole live stream? Let's see.
Wait a
You got me
minute. Wait a
mixed up. You
minute.
got me
All right. No, no,
multitasking
no.
right now.
Okay. Let's take it one step at a time, fam. So you're
Right.
just gonna play the music through your phone, right? Or
No, I'm
however you
playing
do it.
music through the computer.
Or sorry, through your speaker, right? Your computer
Yeah.
speaker. So
Uh-huh.
just make sure that your phone can pick up the music. It's playing through spaces off your phone. So make sure your speaker or your phone speaker is picking up the music through your computer. If that makes sense.
Yeah, nah, but this what I'm saying. Like, if I turn this up, if I turn my
Mm-hmm.
speaker up, it's going to the
Mm.
live stream. The live stream
Oh,
is
I
going to be
see. All right. So just leave the live stream and then come back after the music.
okay.
Sound good? Yeah, we'll do it that way.
So
Keep
I'm
it
gonna just
simple.
leave and I could just
Hmm.
click on that same link to bring me back.
Yeah.
Better. Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Thanks, man. You're awesome.
Let me
Retweet
see.
this space, fam. We're gonna be giving away some coins as well. We're a DigiBeat sponsored space. Thanos is a DigiBeat sponsored artist. Just makes sense, fam. Common
Makes
sense. If
sense.
you haven't retweeted the space yet, please do. We're interviewing Thanos for Music Mondays. If you're an artist who wants to be interviewed as well, DM us. We're always looking for new artists to profile and spotlight. And you don't have to be a DigiBeats artist as well. You can just, be independent or you can be doing your own thing. We just love highlighting amazing Web3 musicians doing amazing work in the space, right? So that want to share, right? Because I feel like the more you share, the more you can connect it with people, the more people are interested in what you have. It could be some type of talent, some skill, some gift or whatever, and they want to tap into that value. And then they might support you because, hey, they found out who you were through our Music Monday space at Crypto Fam Radio. So that's always a true blessing. So yeah, you never know. You can always get those networking details and take it to DMs. And we're all about cross-pollinating, cross-promoting, elevating everyone here. The more we connect with people, the more we share. I'm a firm believer, the more we grow. So stating that, Thanos, are you ready to go, fam?
Yeah,
All
man. Let's
right,
get it,
let's
man.
let's
Get it.
go. Let's
I'm
go.
thinking, shout out my guy, One Guy Beats in the building, man. We got this drop, man. That's our baby, man.
Mm.
Produced by him, featuring, Maya Tajon, man. I think we like at 71% on that, man. So we definitely we trying to get this thing knocked on out this week, this month, or rather, you know what I'm saying? But it's a dope record. I think these are one of the, good examples of Web3, man, as far as what we could do in Web3, man, when we collabing, with people, the people that's in the room with us, that's next to us, that's, these like-minded individuals that's around us all the time. And we got adversities and things we have to overcome. Um, I think it's a good example of that, man, with this record, man. So let's get into this Indica Dream, man. Lord, as I bask in your essence, be the last of the freshmen, was slightly jaded but passive aggressive. Long-winded, you had me questions. How was mad in the session? The energies changed when I had redirected. We through the corridors, I'm chilling my daughters forward, working for commission like Biggie Jigget in Baltimore. How moon, they wild like Calhoun. You cheesy like Calzones. Your core is now doomed. I'm Victor Vaughn in this Omni-Man, but more omnious. Aura and all my obvious. Can't see me, that's obvious. Through worse of years, we beat the odds, we persevered. They turn their head with closed eyelids and open tears. Lit like open flares. On streets where no one cares. They coming for my soul. Stone told Rocky I was so prepared. They barely legal, they paralegals. We gonna treat you like algorithm invisible. We barely see you, pussy. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. It's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking. Current thicker than Ovaltine and no ravines. I'm so high, climbed a beanstalk of golden beans. We don't train, there's no routine, we hold and squeeze. When stakes is high, we cash them out on open seas. I play they dad, I schooled them both, the birds and bees. They never learned and got burnt to the third degrees. This is chestnut checkers, they playing shoots and ladders, moving daggers, roaming through body parts like you could dabbers. Just getting at them as if you would matter. Ironically, I sent the invite months ago, now all they do is chatter. They with the T, I train like Mr. T. My chains like Mr. T. They aim, they miss and leave. Try to brawl, then they fall like missing leaves. He take it home, act like a dog, and his missus leave. Now brothers up the block got a face with some Krispy Kreme, and he just wanna cry right now on his Twitter feed. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. Oh, it's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking. dream, y'all.
And we are back, fam. It's Crypto Fam Radio. I'm your host, Mountain Dew. I've got my co-hosts here, Sal and Shiny. Thank you so much for being here, fam. Retweeting the space, supporting, liking, rating those posts up on the Jumbotron. I just pinned your pinned post from your profile, Thanos, of where people can pick up your tracks for less than $2, right? They're like $2 each or something. I forget, but it's on Soul, launched by NFT.io. Plastic Flowers was the first track you played earlier, and then you just
Yes, sir.
finished playing the Indica Dream. I think both of them are on that post as well. So super
Yeah,
easy,
man.
fam. Super easy. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna throw the mic over to Sal. Sal, how's it going, fam? Tapping with you, see how you're doing, and see if you had any follow up questions to Thanos. Take it away, fam.
What's going on? So I love your music. It it's like old school, and I feel like it's what people should be listening to, and not the shit that they're listening to these days. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion. Um, Much respect to you and your story. You're like an inspiration. I would think if I was younger, and you've made your mistakes, but you admit to them, and you push through it, and you did your thing, and you stuck to your dream, and you're still doing what you love to do. I love it. I love you, and I love your music. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it was my intent to. Let me see. Let me get back on camera. I don't know if it was my intent to have like this the golden era of the '90s sound, but definitely was like definitely wanted to keep that nostalgia of that time alive in this new era of music, man. One thing I did notice during the like COVID, when we was all locked in and all that, I had been like in the clubhouses and like I said that other platform stereo and like a bunch of other audio platforms where it was just like that's when I came to the realization that it ain't just me that kind of misses a certain kind of sound in hip hop. You know what I mean? So it kind of subconsciously was in my mind. I think when I create to kind of not to like emulate the old school sounds, but just incorporate those things that come with it. As far as being an MC. You know what I mean? So for sure, I'm glad. It's cool to hear people that like me not talking to people about like what I'm trying to do or what I do or what's my purpose, and they kind of hear it and they already know. I feel like a lot of times that's what happens. Is like, I hear that a lot. That you remind me of like something from the '90s, but it's like it's not like it don't sound like it was created in the '90s though. It's like it's something of it though, right? It's like a part of that same um, umbrella of '90s hip hop. So yeah, man, I'm glad it resonated with you. I appreciate that. So
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. I think One Got Beats is up here. What's going on, hon? Do you have a question?
Yeah, I mean, well, not necessarily a question, more like a comment. Like I don't think that it's like there's hip hop and then there's like modern hip hop. I don't think that it's old school. I think it's just hip hop, right? Because we have there's a lot of newer artists that are still creating like this sound of music. I think that there's a lot of subgenres of hip hop. There's like trap music, there's like boom bap. You have like a lot of umbrellas underneath the hip hop, underneath the sound of hip hop. So I don't necessarily say it's old school. I think it's just core to the organic hip hop sound, versus a lot of the like modern drill stuff or trap stuff. And I kind of like that aesthetic. I like that there's still artists that still make that core hip hop sound in music, because I think that it's just there's an entire demographic of listeners that want that sound. That we don't gravitate towards the trap stuff or the drill stuff, or the younger new age stuff. That we still want to hear core hip hop music that sounds like the music that we came up on. The reason why I don't say it's like old school is because when I hear like old school hip hop, I think about like the '80s with the KRS Ones and the Rakims and the uh, you
Hip
know what I'm
hop
saying?
till you don't stop. Rock
Yeah,
it to the
yeah,
bang
like
bang
that's
boogie
to
the up
me,
jump
that's
the
old
boogie.
school. Like that's old school to me, right? So when I hear stuff that sounds like Mob Deep, like like the CNN, like Jay Z, like what I'm saying, it just has that real nice bounce, nice flow, and even with what you're saying, like none of it sounds like type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so
so to
when
me,
I
it's
say
like
old school, I didn't mean like who you thought I meant. Like I did mean like who you're saying. Like that to me
Yeah,
is
nah,
old
that's
school. So I think it's in who people's vision or feeling of what old school would be to them.
right. Nah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I mean, I definitely understood it because it's like we in a new era. Like I have kids. Like my son is 19. You know what I'm saying? He runs around playing NBA YoungBoy and things of that nature. A lot of singy, songy they call rappers, I call them rap singers. You know what I'm saying? Like if they sing their lyrics instead of like kind of rapping it out, or even the mumble rappers, right? So this is the new hip hop. This is so what we're doing now. Like I mean, bro, like we could literally check out like the Hot 10 at noon or something, or when they do the throwback, throwback hip hop shows. We're hearing our shit, the shit we listened to that wasn't old school to us. But I think every 10, 20 years it's a new era, or I guess a generation of hip hop that's coming out. So when some people say old school to me, I don't really think they're talking about the KRS Ones and stuff. That's our old school for us being in the '90s, coming up in that real time. I think that's just what it is. So I kind of understand it, and take it with a grain of salt. I don't really think that when people say, "Yo, yeah, you got an old school sound," I don't think that they're going back that far. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But yeah, I definitely understand what one talking about, though. That's a fact, man.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that to you as well, Thanos, with like the type of music that you would classify, yourself as, or the type of genre. 'Cause I do notice hints of, hip hop, rap, early '90s kind of blend, um, that sort of feel. But I also feel like there's some modernness to it, right? There's some newness, some uniqueness I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like, have you explored different genres as well when like you're trying to craft your sound?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely, I done did some R&B work, man. I done wrote for a few R&B artists. Some I really don't talk about too much, but I have written gospel hip hop for one artist,
Hmm.
and I wrote like for like two R&B singers. Like so, I just love music. Period. I got like maybe a record here and there that's like kind of alternative hip hop. Some like might be leaning more towards on the rock end of things. So yeah, I'm just a music connoisseur, man. I love music. As long as it's good music, man, it doesn't matter the genre.
Mm.
As far as like, I don't know, I think what makes me a little different, like, as far as like in comparison to my peers that's around in these spaces, is the battle rap thing. So not only, it's these two things, right? It's me coming up under the Biggie, Tupac, Wu Tang era, and kind of like still like, trying to keep that style alive. The little intangibles that I picked up as a battle rapper with the double entendres, punchlines, metaphors, schemes, wordplay, word association. These are the things that I also implemented into my rap, into my music. Now, some people just, kind of isolate those things when it comes to battling and making music. But I feel like I try to always find a balance in between the two. So, like, I think that's what keeps me kind of like inspired because I know it's still more to do there. Once I figured out, damn, it's more things that you could do with rhyming than just rhyming, than just like having a nice cadence or a flow. But when you actually add those little things to it, it's kind of like it was a new thing. It was refreshing, man, especially for me being, doing it for this long. Like once I did come across that, some of these new things that's being used in battle rap today, it kind of made it real refreshing to me to rhyme again and kind of gave me a new thing to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I already knew how to rap. And I think that's why it's easy for me to record my music without writing now is because I know how to rap. So now the only thing is like adding these little ingredients into these lines that make it, different than I'm that I'm normally used to doing.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for those who don't know like what battle rapping is, do you mind explaining that, Thanos, and like the culture, like the history behind it, and like why people do battle rapping? Because a lot of people they probably don't know what that is.
I mean, for those if you don't know what battle rapping, you might have been living under a rock, man. Come up out of there. But it's been a big part of hip hop, man, since day one, man. As far as I know back, man, I remember watching Beef DVDs and all that, and just seeing like the engagement, the back and forth between like Eminem and Royce the 5'9", or you know what I'm saying, Ice Cube going against NWA at once, and these are the little things that's kind of like in that aspect of battle rap, I feel like. But for sure, it started out for me with the Smack DVDs, man. Smack, a dude from Queens who was running around different boroughs finding the dopest MCs, and they would just go from one hood to another hood to battle. Oh yeah, this guy over here in Queens is this guy named Hollow the Don. He's making noise. They would get the cameras and they would pull up, with a dope with one of the biggest rappers out in the Bronx or something like that, and they would link up, and it would be hundreds of people out here just surrounding. And it was just dope moments, man. Guys like Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, man. I was just watching Loaded Lux battle last night, man. He had a battle last night, and it's just a win for me. I actually made a tweet about it, man. That because I just had two battles, man. I battled with that Romeo on King of Heart joint Saturday night. A week or two ago, I battled Cannon Jones on my stage. So for me to kind of be like, retired from that part of rapping, and to be able to come back and still be able to do it and still like unanimously win, it's a good thing for me, man, to see Murder Mook win his last battle, to see Loaded Lux win his last battle. Because these are the older guys, these newer kids that's out here that's doing it, that's super hungry and could do the shit all day, every day. They look down upon us a little. I feel like, they feel like, they don't got the respect for the OGs. They feel like we can't do it. So anytime I'm winning or I see these guys winning, it's just a big win for the culture. It's a big win for us. They grew up in that era, man, because they count us out, man. I feel like hip hop is the only I feel like it's the main. I can't say only because I did talk to a dude that does rock, and he said, "Nah, he gets some of that as well." But it's like primarily in hip hop. I feel like they put these brackets on it. They put these criterias on us, where it's like you too old. You can't be too old to do this. You can't be, it's that kind of thing going on with that.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So it's like
right.
that's another thing that inspires and motivates me to prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm in these spaces, and
Yeah.
these young guys was talking to me crazy in there. I ain't
Mm.
gonna hold you, crypto. They was talking to me crazy, like, man, yo, old ass, man, go
Mm.
sit down. You can't
Mhm.
rock with these boys. You not on that level, and what? So like, oh, okay. They put me in a position I had to prove myself, and then
So that's
and
basically like what battle rapping is. You're proving yourself to other rappers that you're better than them.
it's a
Like,
respect thing, but it's
yeah,
just still sharp and still. It's still
right.
sharp and still thing,
Mm,
man. You go back to the originals, man. It started with like Busy B and a little history lesson for those that don't know. It started out with like Kumo D and Busy B.
mm,
They was the MC. The MC job was to be the master of ceremony, right? That's what MC
mhm,
stand for, master of ceremony.
mhm.
So they would go out there, the DJ, my DJ is better than your DJ. That was the idea of the MC coming out there. Like, we're throwing a party. You have you have the host. The host was
Mhm,
the MC actually, and he would go out
mm,
there. Man, my DJ, he rocking. Yo, y'all give it up for DJ, whatever, whatever. And that's what it was. And that's what I think Busy B would go out there and do that. He had this little stick that he would do. He'd be like, the ball with the ball, the bang, the bang, bang. The crowd was singing and it gets the crowd amped while the DJ cutting up and doing his thing. And then one day, I think Kumo D came out there and he was like, man, my DJ better than his DJ. Fuck them. And then they went back and forth, and that's how the first rap battles began. So, and I was always intrigued with like the takeover, the ethers, the Beanie versus Jada. Man, I done seen it all. I don't even think it's been outside of like the drill stuff and the stuff that's going on with them kids in Chicago. Like anything like the Drake and Kendrick shit. These are things that excited me. It was exciting to see. All right, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? You know what I mean? So that part of it, it kind of ties all in together, man, with the battle rap, man. Battle rap definitely still its own subgenre of it, I feel though. You know what I'm saying? But it's real exciting, man. You got to think of, these guys get out here every time to perform fresh new material you never heard over and over and over again with no beat, nothing to rely on to entertain us. A diverse crowd of plenty of people, sometimes 2, 3 thousand people in one building. You have to entertain all these people with just your material, and you
Mm.
can't slip up. You can't be, what I say, I don't remember. They're going to boo the hell out you. So it's a lot of pressure there. You feel
No,
me?
no, I
Yo, for
feel you.
real, man.
I've watched 8 Mile with Eminem. I've seen the battle rap, yeah. But I've never
Yeah.
actually witnessed it live.
Oh, man, yeah,
I've
you got
never,
to at
I've
least
never
one.
witnessed it live, man. Yeah, I've never had that pleasure, and that's why I was asking you, like, battle rapping. Just a lot of people have never experienced that. We all come from different cultures,
Right.
different backgrounds. So I think that's
Hmm.
unique. It's very different, and I think it's really cool that you're able to host it like an event. That's basically what it is. It's an event for people to come.
For sure.
It's a way to
It's a
build
collaborative
community.
thing, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Like I feel like we need more of that in today's like
For
society.
sure. I think, yeah, you think of it like
Hmm.
some people look at it as like, uh, negative thing, right? Some people
Mm,
look at it negative, but I look at it like this. Even with AGS and what we do with the multiverse is not even just the rap battles, but when we got one verse pork and a beat battle, or
mm.
we got Starlight yesterday. Shout out Web3 people, man. We had an event yesterday. It was Starlight versus Tech. A phenomenal song battle. It's a collaborative thing. I feel like it's really art in a form as well, right? Because you get these two artists to collab. This thing can't be replicated, can't be duplicated nowhere else. Like this match can't be duplicated, it can't be done again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like because it's its own thing. When Tech and Star got together and they clashed with their stuff, like that combination is not going to happen. So it's organic in its own sense, and I think that's what's dope about it. Is not only collabing these two artists to get together, but their following come together. Yo, I'm a big Starlight fan. I'm a big Tech fan. They pull up, and now it's like, damn, I ain't even know who you. I don't know who you battling. I'm here for you, but yo, man, yo, he has some dope shit. I'm a fan of it. And that's what I think our multiverses platform does, man. When we do those, when we host those spaces, I think it brings a lot of attention to the awareness of Web3 artists and producers. Um, and it kind of makes us build, man. It really makes us grow because I ain't seen the situation where an artist didn't gain another fan or a following from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like usually how I try to match make it, I try to make it make sense where it's not like apples and oranges. It's kind of like we kind of do the same thing our own way, but let's see what the people think, kind of thing. And it brings a good notoriety to the platform as well. You know,
No, you're absolutely correct, and it's just another form of marketing too, if you think about it.
for sure. Yeah.
It helps the artists grow. More people hear about their music through the rap battle, and then they follow them, or they buy a track and they support the artist because they really enjoy hearing the
Exactly.
battle, and what they're able to bring to the table, for the first time, in a lot of ways. So that's cool. That's cool. I love that. But anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know we got about a half an hour before we're gonna rug the space. So if you have a question for Thanos, you can request that mic. We'll bring you up, and you can ask your question. This has been spotlighting Digibeats artist. I am Thanos. He's got a few of his tracks up here on the Jumbotron. You guys can check out and some music NFTs. And he's already played a few. And I was thinking, Thanos, why don't you play one more track here, or maybe queue up another track for sure. I don't know if it'll be our
Okay.
last one, but yeah, let's throw on another track. It's been a minute, and yeah, we'll reset this space a little bit, and I'll be looking for those requests for Thanos, and then yeah, we'll wrap up the space. So really appreciate your time again, Thanos. This has been a real pleasure. Big shout out to my co-host Sal as well, and all the speakers so far for coming up and speaking. It's definitely a joy. So thanks again, Thanos, and you take it away.
All right, for sure, man. I'm gonna lead it live once again, so I can spin this jump. So I don't know, man. It's a Digi joint, man. So we gotta get it. We gotta get y'all some of that stuff that's on Digi. Make sure y'all tapping in. Not only with me, man, but it's a lot of dope artists on this on that catalog they got, man. They definitely doing some game changing, pioneering shit, man. Out here in Web3, we need more of them out here to bring that awareness. Because when it comes to this music, I'll say it time and time again. I feel like the musicians that's part of Web3. I feel like we play second, if not third, fiddle to the trading and the meme coins and all these things that's going on. So I try to constantly raise the awareness of what we're doing here. Because at the end of the day, when you're getting rugged and all that, we're still gonna be here. We still gonna be recording. We're still gonna be in these spaces, interacting with our following. We're still gonna be pushing our brand. Our brand is not going nowhere. So definitely tapping with these dope sounds that y'all getting from a Digi Beats, from AEGS, the agency, et cetera, man. Definitely is appreciative on my end. You know what I'm saying? Time to time to help me out. You know what I'm saying? Just hey, I done did things on here that helped me go see my children, that helped me go jump in the car and be able to take a day off from from doing an assignment and going 3 hours out the way, or going to New York to go visit my kids, man. And a lot of that happened here in Web3, man. So it's always appreciative when people are supporting that. But let me tap out of here, out of this live stream, so I can play this without no feedback. Be right back. Let's go, man. So, okay, I'm not gonna leave. I'm just, it's gonna make me leave. Okay. All
You're
right. Cool. Here
you're,
we go.
you're good, fam. And he'll come right back for everyone on the live stream. I see you guys. You almost have over 80 listeners over on the live stream. Thanos, that's insane. Um,
That's what's up, man.
that's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up.
This
And
is
it's early. And it's early. A Monday, a lot of
awesome.
people at work and stuff. So
Mhm.
definitely appreciate those that's tapping in and rocking with my man Crypto Fam Radio. Y'all know how he do, man. He's one of the hostess with the most. You hear me? He out here working and grinding and
Uh,
building these platforms, man. But let's talk about, we talked about the plastic flowers, man. We hit the end of good
mhm.
dream. But let's talk about that mask, man, because a lot of people be out here in these Web3 spaces with that mask on. They're gonna put that mask on. They're gonna try to fit a role so they could get, for the long end game. They, opportunists. They will sit here and tolerate things that they normally wouldn't tolerate in IRL and all that type of shit. It's a lot of smooching, a lot of brown nosing going on out here. Hey, somebody got to be the supervillain and tell y'all the truth, because I've been in a lot of spaces. Everybody make it like this is the beautiful a beautiful paradise, and it's a lot of politics, man. It's a lot of politics, right? So we're gonna talk about it though. It's me. Yeah. Like, look, more epic than Pentecostal. My pen colossal, sir, up sweet and sticky. It's like you licking waffles. I'll have a date before you skate and you hit the brothel. She tryna wait for Thanos' plate, yeah, you said a mouthful. I'm a riot, but keep it quiet, you know the house full. It's 7:30, we get up early, we ain't about bull. Midnight man, it's the Trish dad, it's the bitch the baddest. She see more, said feed me, I felt like Rick Moranis. Honey, I shrunk him, the eagle smoke, so I had to punk him. He said he was ready, wasn't ready, he didn't want none. A bully villain, the bully with it, how could he get it? I'm stand up, they sit down, the whoopee cushion. The snap returns, the globe is mine, the map is burned. Class session, the teachings new, what have you learned? M to the A, to the S, to the K, put the mask on their face just to get the next plate. Brothers be plotting, shorties be scheming. I walk the streets and camouflage my identity. Come on. My team at AGS wear the mask. My super villain crew wear the mask. Stick up kids on the blockchain wear the mask. Yeah, we all wear the mask, but how long will it? You see my hands up in the request for the host and the co-host. Degens, devs, and founders, yeah, those folks. They got you out here doing a wild thing like Tone Loc. You're bending over backwards for love and your bones broke. Ha, when they whistle blow, no Emmett Till in vogue. We giving them something that you can feel. Just chill. They giving out flowers that isn't real. Wakanda, I feel like they can't get this many shield. That's word of mama till I return like Prince T'Challa. I want that back, that chicken, the chili, and enchilada. No metaphors, just metamas if you got a problem. Cause the shot was perfect, but released nasty like equal dollar. Thanos. M to the A, to the S, to the K. Put the mask on their face just to get the next plate. Brothers be plotting, shorties be scheming. I walk the streets and camouflage my identity. Come on. My team at AGS with a mask. My super villain crew with a mask. Stick up kids on the blockchain with a mask. Yeah, we all with a mask, but how long? Switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it. Half a zip in the palm, took a trip with your moms. The party is next door, she's not going home. Now your dad all up in the place, what am I doing wrong? Everybody's fighting. Can we all get along? Yeah. Ran out of papers, had to grab the digibong. The monkey jumped straight off of his back, is Diddy Kong. The indica is stronger than gnome, don't be alarmed. You wake up and feel no legs, it's Vietnam. They like run for it for us. I'm one with the forest. I shot 3 beers and got a cup full of porridge. Dope was a wet 3 and none should ignore it. What the hell is they gonna do? His guns is enormous. The portrait is Mona Lisa and notice ain't no sativa. The beat has no open features. My team is in broken either. When you're thirsty, it's copacetic when smoking on green reefer. We check them at the door for the juice, so that's green like pass that. Party and bush. You gotta roll it, light it, smoke it, pass that. Party and bush. And party and bush. Pass that. Party and bush. You gotta roll it, light it, smoke it, pass that. Party and bush. Yeah, party and bush. Pass that. The flow witty, I'm killing the whole city. If you ain't got a digi in yours, you're so silly. Yeah. You ain't gotta ask till they know it's no biggie. Yeah. And you don't wanna run with the boy, no diddy. Yeah. Reminiscing on days in analog. Now they hide out with band lab and camouflage. Screaming, you can't touch this, you know the men in charge. And all we do is pray to him and swat. Look, hawk to a rug, wildin' out rug. Spent the block twice to get it back in blood. Books on all sets, I guess he was the plug. I mean, bullish big. They said it is what it was. I mean, I need some salami, ain't tryna eat at the McDonald's. I'm doing my thing, feel like the king of the Apollo. I'm smoking my cess, told AGS to bring the bottle. You need you a thing, fitting me, I got that model. That party and bush. You gotta roll it, light it, smoke it, pass that party and bush. And party and bush, pass that party and bush. You gotta roll it, light it, smoke it, pass that party and bush. And party and bush, pass that party and bush, pass that, no, for real. Yes, we back. It's that DigiGrams, man, produced by Crypto Beats. Dances, right? Produced by my man Vision. And it gets streamed by One Guy Beats. It's a Web 3 thing, man. We tap in, huh? Bounce. Yeah, man.
Yo, welcome back, fam. It's Crypto Fam Radio. I'm your host, Mountain Dew. I got my co-host here, Sal. There's a spotlight on IAMTHANOS. We're giving away some coins as well for all you diehards out there. Been in the space supporting Crypto Fam Radio, like retweeting, following the host and co-host, and of course Thanos. Big shout out to Shorty in the space. Shorty, you won some coins. Send me your soul wallet. She was the first one to be in the space, and yeah, she's a real one. So thank you so much, Shorty. DM me your soul wallet. I'll send you some coins, and we'll get this party started, fam. Amazing, amazing. We got a few new speakers up here I want to tap into real quick. We got Rocky. What's going on, Rocky? Welcome to the stage. You got a question for Thanos?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I actually do have a question for this guy that I've never met before, in my life. Never seen him. Don't know anything about him, so I do got a question. Nah, serious note. This is my question for this guy, man. Because I've been able to watch a bit of his journey, as far as like pertaining to Web3, right? So I done watched this guy from 23. One of his biggest moments, I would say, that like led to him like being where he is right now, happened in a space that he visited of mine, where he debuted this record called Fake 3, which is like one of his legendary records, you know what I'm saying? So Watching him from that moment, I kind of got to see like him making a name for himself, and then I would say 23 is like when he just was like, "Yo, I'm here. I'm getting my feet wet. I'm here to disrupt this Web3 shit, right?" And then right. So 24 was that year. I feel like 25 was the year that he actually arrived. You know what I'm saying? Like the year that like he kind of like took over. Everybody knows who he is. I can't even keep up with all the shit he got going on. Like I'm waking up. I woke up a couple hours ago. I didn't even know this was happening. I'm just seeing, oh, another space where Thanos is being interviewed. This is happening every other day now. I can't keep up with these things. So I feel like 25 is the year that, when pertaining to Web3, Thanos has arrived. You know what I'm saying? So my question to Mr. I am Thanos here is: in this time in 2026, um, where do you think you're gonna be at by then? What era of Thanos are we getting into six?
Mm, it's a great question. Great question. Um, I have to say that it's hard for me to see the future. It's hard for me to see the future. Um, Mental health is real. All right. Mental health is real. I've been battling depression for over 10, 15 years, bro. And honestly, so I think a lot of times my snaps, a lot of times my frustrations come from a place of unsure. It comes from a place of not knowing what's tomorrow going to be. So every day, God, blesses me to open my eyes and walk around and move as a new opportunity. I feel like tomorrow it could be 100x, to my brand, the AGS. Anything could happen. Any given time in any given spaces, something could change. Once not too long ago, man, my kid's mom said, "Yo, you've been doing this since I met you. Like, I know a lot of people know you. You do well, but you're not really, are you where you want to be at with this? What's your end game? No pun intended. What's your end game for this?" And I say, the best thing I could think of, I say, yo, I want to be like, how Tyler Perry has like Tyler Perry Studios, and so I feel like if a dope actor comes into Tyler Perry's studio and they want to be a star, he has all the resources and everything he needs for them to be that star. He could film you. He got everything to film. He got everything. He got the scripts. He got everything right. He got producers and all things in place. I kind of want that for me as far as like what I'm doing with my brand. As far as me, like that's what I can't tell you what next year is going to be. I could be in the same place still, kind of still trying to raise my awareness up because I still feel like I haven't I haven't accomplished much outside of just my work as far as like notoriety. Yeah, I think I do have some notoriety. This is my thing, bro. It's like I've been in this space, like Shiny was just in here earlier and said oh, he's the best rapper out here. That sounds great. The numbers don't equate to it to me though. You feel me? If I ain't doing Rocky two grimy numbers, then I'm not the greatest yet. You feel me? So to be, to sit here and have accolades like you got, bro, like that's hopefully I could be there next year. By next year, I could be in a space where when shit drops, people are real excited and they grabbing that and they're actually becoming holders, man. I think that's the only thing I could really scale success here to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard, great things. That's why I kind of did make the Plastic Flowers record. It was because, like, I would go into a lot of places where people would just, like, be real excited about certain records they heard from me, but they didn't go get it. So what does that mean? Like, how good was it? How good was it? Like, if I like something, yo, man, if I like something and I go to the store and I see it at the store, I'm gonna go buy it. You feel me? So that's where the whole Plastic Flowers thing came to be. But just to answer that, man, 26. I just feel like I'll be more redefined, more experienced as far as like the do's and don'ts of this thing. And I think I have been learning that through the course of these last 6 months, bro. As far as like what I used to do that I don't do, like cleaning like little things, like just my timeline. Like you click on my page and when you stroll down there, it's hard to not know what I'm about. once you you go to my page. I think once upon a time, Cram asked them, and them guys would say they would be like, yo, because I would be reposting like bar fights and animals or attacking animals, like just shit that I thought was interesting. That hey, I want you to see what I like on Twitter. That's what I was doing. Now it's more so you go to my page, boom, you see all my links, you see the people I engage with, the people that's in my circle that I promote and help push as well. And these are the things that I've been doing more so lately. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably has a lot to do with my arrival. And then another thing as far as like the music that's been made recently, like with the Punchinellas and the Indica Dream and Sway and all those these records that people are like kind of noticing a little more than my past work. I feel like subconsciously I kind of had in my mind that it matters. It matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. It did matter. And now I kind of like I have a purpose again. Now it's a little more purpose in when I record. I'm not just in here just shooting the shit like let me just throw on a track and just freestyle whatever. Now I kind of be like, no, I'm still gonna freestyle it, but now it's like I'm gonna take my time, but I'm not gonna kind of rush through it because I know these people that's sitting here saying great things about me. I don't want to let them down. So now I have people that's out here that I feel like, I have an audience of people. That's one thing I do have now that I feel like I didn't have last year. I think I was kind of misconstrued by the fake three record and all that. Even because when you responded to me and you and me and Rock went back and forth, like he made this verse on Three Eyes with Cali Speedway, and his how he addressed me in it, I felt like that was far from what I was. You know what I'm saying? So I think that ever since then I've been kind of making this walk to show that nah, that ain't what that was, man. It's just the frustration of not being where I need to be at and seeing things or seeing people who I felt like was getting kind of like they had a lot more support than I have. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just reaching out more to more communities and networking, and the more people that know me every day, it just helps what I'm trying to do in the long run. So I really can't answer that too crazy, man. As far as like where I see, I don't know, man. I think like the possibilities is endless, man. Sky's the limit with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I think you answered it pretty well, man. Like I mean, like I said, I see the growth. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the last few years, and then like I can even see myself kind of like where I picture you being next year, just from me knowing what you're doing and knowing the work that you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? So like and I appreciate like when you give me my flowers and all that, but like you got to understand too, like I didn't become that overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point I'm going on it'll be like 4 or 5 years for me, as far as like Web3 is concerned. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I had to build to be this person. You know what I'm saying? To be this version of me, and I'm
Right.
still not all the way where I want to be. I'm in a very good place.
Yeah.
But I still, I still feel like, I haven't reached my ceiling yet, So me just watching, it's reminiscent. Like I see a lot of like my run in 23. Like I've compared like my run in 23 to what you're doing right now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I say, 26, I feel like you would be like where I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I see.
Playing catch up, man. Just playing catch, and that was the thing to me that kind of was frustrating to me. Like first getting out here, I'm very analytical, man. I sit here and I really do my research. So when I was like getting on last year, and when Sign XYZ was the thing, and I'm seeing like these top 10 charts, man. Outside of like you and the Nessie, it wasn't too much out there. I felt like there was like competition wise for me. So I feel like, damn, man, maybe this is the place to be, man. Outside of the bullshit that we deal with the DSPs or Spotify title and all that, the artists don't make nothing from that. So to come here and see, oh, we have the potential to put out our own work and people that like it, support, and it goes directly to us, man. I thought that was a beautiful thing. But then it was like, why so when I'm seeing that like there's not too much competition out here, I feel like I should be a shoe in to be in this top 10 percentile when it comes to the MCs and Web3. And when it didn't happen like overnight, it kind of like, then when I started seeing little things that people say on the stage and then how they, talking to DM, it kind of made me very discouraged as far as like, oh man, it's some bullshit. You know what I mean? And then so I think I made Fake Three out of frustration of not, like I said, it wasn't premeditated, man. It was just more so me addressing. Like I think now that people know, the people that do know me and they hear my music, they know like, yo, Thanos really rap about shit he's going through at that time. Like I've had records where I had to discuss AGS business in it. I had records where I had to talk to people that was formerly, was close to me that's no longer, and you hear it, you hear why. All these things is in it. Like, like I turn on a mic and I rap how I feel, and I just when I made Fake Three, that's just how I felt. I feel like, man, this is some cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I say this one thing in the stage, but in the back of the scene, you trying to charge me to the game, like on some, try to run game on me, and I just didn't appreciate it. So I just started, addressing certain things in Fake Three, and then I just wound up trying to stick with the theme because I started like this, so I had to end it on that same energy. You know what I mean? So that's really how that came about. But yeah, man, hopefully I do get to where I got to get to, and I feel like it's very doable, very possible, man. Because my passion, bro, I think that's one thing that makes me stand out from a lot of others too. Is that my passion can never be subside with no other shit. I can never be passive enough to let opportunities go by. Like I'm very vocal. I'm not shy at the least. You know what I mean? I walk in a Walmart and there's a bunch of people in there. I think to myself, I randomly like, yo, could I perform right here, right now? Hell yeah, I could. Hell yeah, I could. I could literally walk in a packed place and it could be a business office. I could walk in there and rap. I'm a rap.
That'd be
Okay,
awesome.
so that's just
That'd be
that's
so
just the
good.
time I'm on, man. Like
Mm,
time valuable, man. So I appreciate crypto fam radio's
mm,
time. Sal, everybody that's in here just listening because y'all could have did some other things. And the same with me, man. I just appreciate time and I don't want to waste it. So when I
mm.
was in these spaces and I'm hearing certain artists that like, yeah, man, well, Thanos, I've been here 2, 3 years before you. Bro, you telling me to be where you at? I gotta wait 3 more years. I don't have that luxury. Not saying I don't like, but we don't know. You don't know what tomorrow. You don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow. I treat things like that. I treat today like that. I treat today like, bro, like I don't take time for granted. I don't take my days for granted. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask me like the long, like my 6 month plan, my year plan, my 5 year plan, I really can't see that far down there because I don't know, bro. Um, I just know that I lost a lot of people. As of today, I lost one. A real close friend of mine's last year. Around this time. You know what I'm saying? And I do that I do this for them, man. I do this for those that I rap with years ago that quit, that went and became an assistant manager somewhere, or for those that's locked up, or those that's under the ground that's no longer with us. Like I kind of keep on trying to find that spark for those guys, man, that love what where we come from, and that's what I represent.
Thank you so much, Thanos. That was amazing. We got about another 10, 12 minutes, fam, for Ruggins. Want to request the mic, ask Thanos a question. That would be amazing. If you haven't retweeted the space, we are giving away some coins. It's our giveaway for today's space. We're a DigiBeats sponsored space. Thanos is a DigiBeats artist. So we've been playing some of his music, talking about it. Thanos, I do have another question if no one else will come up, but I'm curious. We didn't talk too much about AGS, and you brought it up a few times. Would you mind sharing what this, I guess, organization is about, what agency is about, and why you created it?
Originally, I started a battle league in North Carolina when I moved out here from New York, called Bull City Battle League. Just IRL battle rapping and stuff like that. And then AGS came about from, like I said, during the COVID time when I was on that podcasting platform. We would host battle events on Sundays. So I don't know where the name came from. I just went with Any Given Sunday
Mhm.
was originally the name. It turned into Any Given Spaces once I got the Twitter. So that's just really how that goes, man. Originally, AGS was just like the first on-chain battle league, rap battle league. But then I was kind of seeing that the hybrid of Web 2 and Web 3 kind of like, it can coexist, but some people would like, it'll throw them off. Some people it might scare them off. Some people is like, man, this is too nerdy. The Web 3 side of it, the people that's part of it, like, who's this guy? Like, he don't even know who Loaded Lux is. Like, that's crazy. To be in a battle rap space and not know who Loaded Lux is crazy. I'm just gonna say that. Um, yeah, so like I think eventually down the line, maybe a few months ago, 3 months ago, we had I just came up with the idea of doing the agency thing, man, because we got dope talent. Like shout out VG Roster, man, our first artist on a block, man, from the agency. Just dope talent like that, man. I know plenty more, man. Rocky got plenty of artists as well that we trying to help onboard into Web3. And I just think that when we bring in these dope names over here and their following comes through, I think that just helps balance out the ecosystem of what's going on here. Because in Web3, it's a lot of artists supporting artists, a lot of communities supporting their members kind of thing going versus just like, hey, we love music. Oh, this is fire. I just want to get it. I don't know who this is, but I like it. I don't think it's a lot of those mints happening. A lot of these mints is, oh yeah, I know this guy. He's a good guy. I like him. And then they get it. Or I ain't even heard it, but I bought it because I fucks with you. And they got it. Versus like, nah, this is just a dope record. I don't even know who this is, but I like it and I'm gonna get it. You see what I'm saying? So, shout out to the Digis and what they doing, like building a platform because, I think I want to say for the, at the very least, it was a good 150, 200 people that probably didn't know I Am Thanos before my mint day with them. So that's very vital to, I feel like the notoriety that I obtained thus far. I think that plays a lot. I gained momentum from that moment and kind of like, just kept on sticking to my guns of what I'm doing and moving around. And then I starting to build. I think at that point in time, which was I think I dropped with Digi and in May or something like May, June-ish or something like that. And I was at like 2,200 followers then. So I gained like 3,000 followers in the last 3 months, which is pretty good. Because I know some people that was here before me still have the same amount when I met them. You feel me? 2 years ago. So I know I'm doing something. And then I started receiving some kind of levels of hate from certain, individuals, none we're going to name, but I couldn't put my finger on it, but I feel like maybe it's some of that has something to do, like the notoriety that I did obtain, that it has something to do with that because really there was no other issues outside of, somebody saying, well, we all can't get beats from Vision. We all can't get beats from Apocalypse. We can't get beats from Jules. So it kind of let me know that it's, I'm getting some things, some perks out of this situation that everybody doesn't, and maybe that played a part as well. But yeah, man, the agency, man, we trying to. I'm walking this walk. So when I bring in these new talent, the people that I'm very fond of, that I admire their work, and I bring them out here, maybe some of that work in the trials and tribulations that I had to endure in these spaces, they don't have to go through that because it's like, hey, no, I rock with Thanos. Oh, this is a new artist that he's presenting out here. I'm gonna give it a consideration versus just, hey, you got to go to all these spaces, meet all these people, shake all these hands, buy a few NFTs from all these communities before they show you some love back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the agency is, man. Just helping, we try to specialize in onboarding artists and their following from Web 2 to Web 3. And then, secondly, hosting innovative spaces like the multiverses, like Crashing Out, Supervillain and Sundays. These are the things that we do.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna say this real quick. If people aren't hating on you, then you're not doing something right. So if people are hating on you, giving you a hard time, talking shit, that means you're doing something right in the space, and that you're getting, you're grabbing that attention that you deserve. I've learned that as well. It just is what it is. People in this space are just weird. I don't understand it, but I got a lot of respect for you, and I love what you're doing, and I'm for sure gonna be looking into what you got dropping.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I had to tell myself because when I couldn't make sense of it, I'm like, well, logically, this shit don't make no sense. So why I'm getting this energy from these people? But that's the only thing I could really like. I have when I look in hindsight, I feel like maybe it was these kind of things. It's like, all right, well, he came out here, he just came out of nowhere, and then boom, he's over here, he's over here, he's like making these kind of moves, website up, certain things that just rub certain people the wrong way, I guess. But um. I don't know. I think the issue is not with me. I think the issue is with those people that do have any kind of jealous or envious characteristics. I feel like that's an issue where self worth and self value is in question. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a person that's like they know they value, they know they worth. I feel like those people look at when they see somebody doing remotely better than them in any form of fashion, they look at it as inspiration. But when you like don't have your self worth, you just kind of like just be mad at it, like, why is it not me? You know what I'm saying? And then that's where the envy and jealousy are coming at because you just You too focused on what somebody else is doing and not just doing your thing. You see, I see somebody doing great. I see Rocky out here minting out and shit like that in a time where they, I've been in spaces and they tell my music NFTs is dead. And I see this guy come out here and drop 3 back-to-back mint outs. I know it's possible. I know it's possible. He a human like I'm a human. You feel me? Like, he got skills like I got skills. Why can't I do it? Well, like my man is out here working. He's out here talking to good people that that resonate with him, and that's how that works. So like we're not done. We got to always constantly be out here and grinding and just pushing our brand and pushing the notoriety of it up. And that's just all I've been doing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in this
Okay.
space over 5 years now, and I'm still doing that. You know what I mean? You're gonna get into groups. You got to put yourself out there if you want to, build your brand in the space. You have to. You have to be consistent. It can really get to you at times, especially when you think that you're vibing with some, certain people, and you come to find out that that's not the case. You've wasted your time, you wasted your energy. You know what I'm saying? And it just it's a process. Building yourself in the space, and you're still here, you're doing your thing, and I have a lot of respect for that because I know it's not easy at all navigating the space, especially when you got shit going on IRL. It's just not easy. So I have a lot of respect for you for that.
Yeah, thanks. I just yeah. I mean, and I ain't gonna hold you like Uh, I hear good things. Like some people they're used to it and they're just cool with hearing great things about them or somebody giving them their flowers. To me, like I try to harness that that thought or that idea if it's genuine and push and use that to motivate and inspire me to keep going. But it's been some days, like even recently, like it's been some days where I was like, you know what, I might just I might after this indica dream, man, I might just leave this shit alone. Might just leave it alone. I might just fall back and just and just work on the artist on AGS and like me as I'm just talking about me as an artist. I was saying like maybe I might just sit my ass down, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what can I do? What have I not done? What's the problem? What's the holdup? You know what I'm saying? Getting to this place called happiness and success. You know what I'm saying? What do I got to do? I gave this game a lot of years of my life. And like, what is to say that I could have went and did acting or something and been in fucking movies right now? Like, been in the Avengers movie for real, huh? What is I could have put this energy into those things that maybe that they not worried about an age thing or it's not that kind of atmosphere where it's like just a lot of egos involved. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's egos involved with actors, but I mean, the work is like it's a unit. It's a unit. It's not just I am Thanos out here making a movie. It's like I am Thanos, a part of a whole team and a cast of other people that makes this one thing, a bigger thing, versus just me as an individual, me being out here as an independent. A lot of hats has to be worn for me to be to a level of where I need to be at, man. So yeah, some days is better than others. Some days, but I don't know for some in me. I just can't quit, yo. I can't quit. I never gave up. I always use this analogy of, my journey as an artist and not just Web3, just as an artist, period. It's been, I look at it like this, like I dived into the deep end of the pool, not knowing how to swim, then learning how to swim, and then swam damn near 75% across to the other side where this happiness and success is at. And I got all these people that that's no longer here or behind me that's on the side of the pool that's like, man, come back here, man. You've been swimming too long. You're gonna drown. Come back here, man, and get back on land. Like you've been swimming, like ain't you tired? And I'm like, yo, I'm this close to the other side though. I'm 75%, 80% on this side already. Like you know how much swimming there's more swimming to go back. That's what it is to me. I just feel like I just feel like I invested way too much of my life into music to just turn around. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of my aggression, a lot of my passion comes from that right there, the disgruntlement of going through janky promoters, going through venues where they try to charge the artist to perform, but let the people that's watching the show pay half. From people that I met that I handed CDs to that met me up and wanted to have a meeting. It was like, yo, man, we want to do this, we want to do that, and these things didn't happen. Went through a lot of that, just to get here to Web3. And hearing one of my favorite rappers, Buckshot Shorty from Black Moon, in the space talking about right now is the best time to be an artist with Web3, with how Web3 is designed with this blockchain technology. Okay, so I started taking interest in it and looking into things, and I'm saying, well, hey, I think one of my first met or two, just going on my wallet and seeing it there was like, oh wow, nah, this is dope. This is dope. Because with DistroKid and all that, when you put music out, somebody could buy your album, play your shit all day or whatever. You getting pennies for it, and then it's like it only and it's like quarters of it. It ain't like you get it like like somebody went and bought something off of Web2 or for DSP, and then I could see it right there in real time. It doesn't happen like that. So here's like, damn, it's more instantaneous. So I feel like that's another should be motivating, right? You know what I'm saying? When my guy was out here this week, Rocky had a busy week this week. I know he came up. I seen this man go from 13 left, and then like 20 minutes later, an hour later, 9 left, 7 left, or 4 left. We minted out, y'all. That's a beautiful thing, because like he couldn't predict that was going to happen, right? Like he had to get out here, put his feet down on this pavement and talk to these people and play his records in multiple spaces for that to happen, and it happens though. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm good with going that route. I'm still trying to find other routes of finding more Web3 people that's not just in the Twitter spaces as well, though, right? This is the only place I know where the word Web3 is thrown around as much. I don't see it in Clubhouse. So I think I seen one room in Clubhouse one time, like in a year, that I seen it was like a Web3 kind of room. Outside of that, and maybe people that's in Telegram, which I don't really be on that. I really don't see it happening. So I know this is like a big market, a big demographic of people in Web3 in these spaces. So they say 6% of the world is in Web3, and if we taking 6% of the trillion or whatever, how many people live on this earth? It's a lot of people. Even in that 6% is a lot of people, and I can assure you that the 5,000 something followers I got is nothing but a piece of 1% of that fraction. You know what I mean? So it's still a lot of people that I need to meet, that need to know who I am, to need to know what AGS is, man. And then I could be content with the outcome of that.
Definitely, definitely, fam. Well, Thanos, we are coming to our time. Really appreciate your time as well, of course. I think this has been a beautiful interview. I'm really excited to put it on the podcast later. For those of you who don't know, Crypto Fam Radio has a podcast on Spotify. If you miss our lives, we just, we restream it back on the podcast. And it's a great way to catch up. I believe a lot of this content that we share, it's evergreen content. So you can keep coming back to it, keep learning, keep tapping into the artists, and keep seeing how the growth changes over time too. So and then we can always revisit. I definitely see us a year from now, Thanos, tapping back in for another interview, see how you're doing. And I'm sure you will have changed a lot, right, as you have the past few years, which is amazing. So is there anything else that you wanted to touch on, Thanos, that we didn't really talk about? Any updates that you want to give us before we end the space today?
Nothing much, man. Outside of the work is workout, man. The work is working. The work is out there. My pin tweet definitely got some dope links. I feel like out of a lot, I think these NFTs that I dropped as of lately been like on the inexpensive side of things, man. So I definitely just want to bring the awareness of that for those that's trying to support, man. That Clown FM, man. My latest drop. It's only $1 in Solana, man. So I definitely encourage those that do rock with the record, that like the record, to grab a few of those things, do giveaways. This is how we bring the awareness up of what we got going on. Yeah, between that and the digi joints, I feel like those are real inexpensive NFTs. So man, the support definitely matters. VG roster, man. I think she's at like 25, 26% minute out, man. She got a dope drop, man, with Late Night Love Song, man. It's like one of my favorite records. I bang it every time I'm in the car driving around. It's just a dope sound. I'm trying to encourage her to, to get with the Web3 thing. She kind of feels a little. She's one sided about it. Like sometimes she sees the potential in it, but then at the end of the day, she sees like the politics as well, man. Because she's a person that has been by my side in the last year, so she seemed like she's seen the good things with it, but she's seen me go through a lot of other things as well, man. So I think that kind of discouraged her to release her album here. But she did release her joint on DSPs and all that. But she did give me the opportunity to represent one of her records, which is the Late Night Love Song. So yeah, I definitely tapping with that, man. We put a lot of different communities tokens on our drops, man. Legend is one of our main ones where, it's a big discount when you're using Legend coins. So I shout out to my man JR, man. It's a big AGS support and sponsor. Yeah, that's just it, man. We out here. We gonna keep working, man. You'll keep seeing me out here doing what I do, man. I think One Got Music Mondays going on later this afternoon, man. So definitely tap in. We'll be in the building for that. We just out here working, man. I just want to, give appreciation to those that rock with me, them day ones, man. Because I said it myself before. In some places that I go, I feel welcomed, and some places I go, I feel tolerated at. In some places, they don't even want to see my ass up in that motherfucker. They don't even want me up there. Keep your hand up. Keep your hand up in the request, bro. I see you, but we gonna go
Mm,
to this guy.
no.
You know what I mean? So shout out to those that do
Mm.
rock with me, that do welcome me, man. And that's it, man. Really, man. It's your boy, the snaps, the returns, man.
I feel you, fam. No, spaces, it's interesting. Spaces, they're not always welcoming, but over here at Crypto Fam Radio, we always try to provide a safe space for everyone throwing in. And yeah, if we've seen you more than once, yeah, you're definitely part of the fam. That's for sure, fam. So really appreciate you again, Thanos. If you wouldn't mind playing an outro track for the space so we can rug it, that would be amazing. And as you get that queued up, I just wanted to go back to my co-host Sal, just kind of check in with you, Sal, how you're doing, see if you wanted to say any last words before we end the space.
No, I'm good. Thank you for asking. It was a great space. I learned a lot about you today, and I like I said, I'm definitely gonna look into what you're doing. And for everybody else, make sure you're following him. You know what I mean? Hop in and support him when you can, because obviously he played. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, because everybody has a different, liking of music. But me personally, I love it. So I'll be there as much as I can. And yeah, everybody else have a great week. I guess it is. I can't believe it's Monday already. Where did this weekend go?
Seriously, where did September go? We're almost into October, so I definitely feel you there, fam. Also, tap into tomorrow's space, fam. I posted up in the Jumbotron. We are unlocking Ethereum with Nico ETH, one of our paid sponsors here at Crypto Fam Radio. So if you want to learn more about Ethereum, different Ethereum projects, tap into that space. It's going to be same time, same place tomorrow, 12 p.m. EST. Set those space reminders. So big shout out again to Thanos for coming up and sharing his story. And yeah, if there's any other musicians in the building that would love to get profiled, just DM me. We'll put you on the schedule. So the only prereqs is obviously have to be a musician that is actually creating music and promoting it. As you got a link, you got a portfolio. All right. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, fam. Appreciate everyone again. Thank you again, Thanos. Take it away, fam. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow for Unlocking Ethereum with Nico.
All right, man. Let's get to it, man. Another journal for that Digi project right here. Uh, Tell them to get back. We beat them in
Let's go, fam. Retweet the space. Crypto Fam Radio. Let's go.
Told her she could hit me on Tuesday. Wound up hitting me the next day. Banged up, I need an X-ray. Right down the bottom where the Mets play. Come on, had to fly out on a jetpack. When you said a lot of things, I accept that. Yeah, I said a lot of things and I meant that. Bitches to get back. Fresh gear, fresh year. Stepping out and we the best here. She hanging on to my every word. With her perfume on my chest here. Yeah, vintage of the old fallouts. Who you calling out when you rest here? Niggas, we tryna ball out and go all out. with no med care. Simply put it don't make sense like empty footage. I'm right down the block, come give me goodies. She waving a finger like the Kimber coming. You already know, come give me something. Let's go for the thing. She gon' play this on repeat. I had her like you was learning while you was working. She killing bills, she Uma Thurman. Told her she could hit me on Tuesday. Wind up hitting me the next day. Banged up, got to need an X-ray. Right down the block from where the Mets play. Come on, had to fly out on a jetpack. And you said a lot of things, I accept that. Yeah, I said a lot of things and I meant that. Bitch, just to get back. Had to share that house like a timeshare. Only deal with her with a mind clear. Had to bubble on them like a mind clear. Don't fuck with them cause they rhyme with who. You know the shit that I'm saying is true. Think of the things that I've given to you. Try to play me like I'm Winnie the Pooh. Giving me honey, but what did you? It's quite impulsive. When she emotional, she quite explosive. You know it's like if you took 2 gummies and you doubled up to the highest dosage. Whole commotion. She threw a drink in my face cause I didn't like the posters. Life is roasted. Had to post and delete cause I ain't the type to post it. Told her she could hit me on Tuesday. Wind up hitting me the next day. Banged up, got to need an X-ray. Right down the block from where the Mets play.